From the research labs of Xerox PARC comes the unlikely marriage of hard science and fine art. Composers and researchers, cartoonists and engineers, sculptors and architects, all working together in the Research and Experimental Documents program. They're creating new forms of reading. They are creating the future.
I am the future. I am the future.
I am the future of reading. Whoop, whoop.
We don't know what the future of reading is going to be, but we're trying to create it. We're taking technologies, we're taking new aesthetics, new ideas, putting them all together and trying to create a new future.
Eskimo!
We find that when you're engaged in reading, when you're enjoying it, when your entire body is involved, as you can see the kids here, that you retain more, that the knowledge goes in deeper and stays there longer. Okay, let's go to Henry's house. This is called Hyperbolic Henry, and it shows the world of a small boy using a technology created at Xerox called the hyperbolic tree. Normally we use it for creating databases, but here we're using it to create a narrative structure for kids, and as you can see, they just love to read in this way. It's not that there's too much to read, it's that there isn't the right stuff to read. And it's not presented in the best way.
This is not a book, but in some respects, this is a complete history book. We've had a lot of interest in the reading wall from all kinds of people, from educators who are interested in putting a reading wall down a school corridor. Corporations are interested in it for lobby displays. You can print something on the wall, which we did with the large format Xerox printers, and then you can make more information available on the screen that is under the direction of the visitor, the user. And it's very public, and it's very collective, and it can tell histories, it can tell information, class notes, and so on.
It's fun. It's cool. Nice to learn about better than the past.
It's way cooler. Yeah, it's a lot better. Touch a red triangle to reveal the hidden depths of the story.
This exhibit is called Fluid Fictions, and it's actually based on a hypertext annotation program that has been written at PARC.
When you press the red triangle, it gives you more information.
I think what we found surprising about the exhibit is that it is entirely text-based. There are no images in this exhibit, and yet you'll find kids reading with great vigor and great excitement. Even though it's not illustrated, there's no animation, nothing's moving, nothing's popping up at them. And that's really exciting when you think that this is just text and they are engaged in text.
What you're looking at right now is one of the Listen Readers. When we built this exhibit, what we were asking ourselves is, what if we could make a paper book that had a soundtrack that was as rich and beautiful as a movie soundtrack, but that you could control?
When you press on the corners, the sound gets louder.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be children's books. It doesn't have to be sound. It could be a Japanese language book that you move your hands over and it reads aloud to you in English. It could be audio illustrations for blind people. It could be something like, rather than having graphical illustrations, you have audio illustrations.
Something like this I'd love to read, but I'm not a big reader, but if it was something like this, more exciting, I'd read it.
Yeah.
I'd love to read it, but if we had this, I'd read every single moment of my life.
Reading is really the core of our business. Almost everything that comes off of one of our printers or copiers, people read. So by looking at a wide range of different kinds of reading experiences, we can really understand how knowledge is transferred in corporations, within families.
These next-generation reading technologies are here today. Who is to say which ones we will be using tomorrow?